As we gear up for hockey's season opener, we're checking in with the Madison Capitals. We're looking ahead at youth baseball with Team Heat, and we're talking hunting, a local sport with growing popularity. All that and much more. Keep watching. Your local sports news starts now. Welcome back to the Sports News, sponsored by the Red Zone Sports Bar in downtown Madison and Conan Automotive in Stoughton. I'm Jessa Jeremiah. Earlier, we caught up with the local television show Outdoor Junkies to talk hunting, and here's that report.
I think one of the really cool things about our station is that we can provide so much, like different kinds of options and programming here, including a lot of different local shows. And one of those really cool local shows is called Outdoor Junkies TV that you can see right here on Saturdays and Sundays on Channel 57. To that end, we bring in the executive producer of the program, Brian Wickersham. And Brian, thanks for being here. And if you could talk a little bit for people that haven't seen the show, what is Outdoor Junkies TV about?
Hi, thanks for having me. Outdoor Junkies is about guys from the Midwest and Wisconsin who are basically addicted to the outdoors, from everything from hunting to fishing throughout all the seasons. We try and go after it, whatever we can get our hands on.
And Wisconsin's such a great state for being addicted to the outdoors. So much to do, a beautiful place to be. And how long have you been doing the show then?
We've been doing it for 8 seasons, and right now we are currently airing on the CW as well as nationally on the Hunt Channel.
Excellent. And so as far as this season goes, what can we expect to see for the rest of this season?
Well, recently we just filmed a group of wounded veterans on a bow hunt in northern Shawano County and had a great hunt with that. And we also have charter fishing on the Great Lakes with Wolfpack Adventures, the youth hunts that are coming up soon. So we have really great episodes coming up.
Yeah, you talk about some of those hunts, and you recently filmed those. What are some other hunts that you might have planned?
Well, we've, like I was mentioning, the youth hunt that's coming up in the next couple weeks in Wisconsin. That'll be the second weekend of October, and we will also be kicking into archery season, and then the whitetail gun season for Wisconsin.
Always big, yeah. And now, how about fishing too? Because you guys cover that. How about some fishing trips that you got planned out?
Yeah, we'll be hunting we'll be fishing the Wisconsin and also the Milwaukee River for salmon. The salmon run comes in out of the Great Lakes, and we'll probably go up to Sheboygan as well and fish out of that area.
Excellent, yeah, and always a beautiful place to go fishing and, whatever in the Sheboygan area and right on Lake Michigan there as well, so also very cool. So if you could, tell us a little bit too, what is Weekends in the Wild?
Weekends in the Wild is a new program that we developed to bring to the Channel 57 that is basically outdoor programming that's geared around the Wisconsin area from local producers, and we're just hoping to build that block of programming and let it grow into possibly a 2-hour-long block.
We'll look forward to it. It's always very cool to kind of see that in the morning on a Saturday and Sunday when you're just kind of easing into your weekend and watching that stuff. It's always beautiful stuff. Brian, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Stay tuned for more sports news here on Wisconsin's 57.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car.
Welcome back to the Sports News. I'm Ellen Barrett. And now as football season kicks off, former quarterback and Football Hall of Famer Jim Kelly has his sights set on a different type of game plan. His nickname of Kelly Tough is taking on new meaning as he launches a mission bringing awareness to head and neck cancer, or HNC. Now Kelly, who had been diagnosed with HNC, is now cancer-free and is here to talk about what's being called your cancer game plan. Marianne Caputo, Executive Director of SPONC, is also joining him. Thank you both so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
Now, Jim, how did you discover that you had head and neck cancer?
Well, a lot of teeth issues. I thought I had toothache, just like most people. They'll go to their dentist, but after having a number of root canals, they realized, and so did I, that the pain was getting worse and not better. So I had a couple teeth removed so they can do some biopsies The first set of biopsies came back negative, and I'm thinking, oh, cool, no cancer. We got to find out what it is. And then it continued to get worse and worse. And then I went for a second biopsy, and that's when they came back and they told me I did have cancer of the upper jaw, and it moved into my V2 nerve. And I went through the jaw removal. They removed my whole upper left side of my jaw. They removed part of my V2 nerve. And for me, that was devastating because I know what my whole family's been through with, my son and him being diagnosed with a fatal genetic disease, and now daddy, my wife's husband, all of a sudden, boom, I'm going to be gone too. But it's all about thinking positive. The key to everything, we all go through things in our life. It's what you do about your attitude, and that's why I teamed up with Merck to go on for Your Cancer Game Plan. I've always had a game plan, whether it's football or whether it's my son's foundation. This is to hopefully help people out there that need more information on cancer, need more information on what they're going through, to hopefully help them out. So we're doing a webinar on October 19th. So all those people that have questions about what you're going through or you need something answered, log on, join us, and hopefully we can answer some of those questions.
And we are so happy to hear that you are cancer-free now, and it's pretty incredible that you can share this experience with our viewers and people who may be going through something similar, whether it be, head and neck cancer or any type of cancer. So it really is incredible, and we appreciate it. And kind of going off of that, what type of advice would you give to people with head and neck cancer or their friends and their loved ones?
Good, Mary.
Okay, well, you would want to find support for sure and all the knowledge that you can about the disease. We offer that, Spunk support for people with oral and head and neck cancer, and you can find us at spunk.org. Has the resources and materials to learn about the disease and to learn about the different modalities of treatment and also the side effects of treatment. We are offering and collaborating with Merck now and with Jim Kelly with this Your Cancer Game Plan webinar, which is happening October 19th. It's Wednesday at 11 to 12 p.m. And we talk about the communication and well-being of someone who's going through this disease. Communication is very important with your healthcare professionals. Nutrition is very important because your nutrition does get affected by the treatment plans. And also you need support throughout your cancer journey with this, which is very vital. Jim had that through his wonderful family and friends, but not many have that.
And now, Marianne, I know a couple key things you just mentioned there is support and just having those resources. And again, why is it so important for people to have those resources and support?
Because you want to find somebody who's had a similar journey. Not every cancer disease site is the same. Head and neck has some very debilitating, to some, side effects of treatment. And you want to find someone that's already walked in their shoes to help you with their journey. And this is very important. It's very important to become knowledgeable about everything about the disease and all the side effects of treatment. And you can find that through our organization, through this webinar that we are campaigning Your Cancer Game Plan, October 19th, and you can find the link at spunk.org, which is spohnc.org.
And Ellen, and one of the things she mentioned is the support, because when I was diagnosed, I had nothing to go on. I didn't know where to go, who to talk to, what I should do. And I continue to learn. I still have no saliva, and I just learned some medicine to take, which I just gave to Chris Mortensen, who's a good friend of mine who works for ESPN. He's going through the cancer also, like I did. But there's things out there that people might not know that need answers to. We all don't know. We all walk that thin line of knowing what's good, what's not good. And like Marianne said, log on to what we're doing, our webinar, October 19th, and we may be able to answer some of the questions that they have.
Such a great opportunity. Be sure to check it out if you have the chance, or if you have any questions, or maybe a loved one in your life who is going through this, and it should give you some great resources and tools. So again, Jim Kelly and Marianne, thank you both for being with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you so much, and we'll be back with more from the sports news right after this.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics.
Welcome back to the sports news. Hockey season is finally here, and many hockey fans out there excited for the action. I'm joined now by Kimberly Chacos of the Madison Capitals. Kimberly, so nice to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
So, very exciting stuff. The Capitals home opener already coming about. It comes up so quickly, starting on October 14th. What do you have planned for the season opener?
Yeah, this Friday is our home opener. It's our third season in the United States Hockey League and playing out of the Veterans Memorial Coliseum at the Alliant Energy Center. So we're super pumped for the home opener, and we're gonna have the first 500 fans that come to the game will be able to receive a rally towel courtesy of Alliant Energy. And then we're also partnering with Second Harvest Food Bank. So anyone who brings new jars, unopened jars of peanut butter and jelly and donate to the Second Harvest Food Bank, they'll receive a complimentary ticket to a future Capitals game.
Oh, that's great. Great cause too. What a wonderful organization. Let's take a look ahead to the season as a whole. What is the team looking like?
The team's looking really strong right now. We've had 4 road games thus far. We're 2-2, so we're right at 500 right now. The past 2 seasons, we've finished just under 500 and we haven't made the playoffs. And this is the best start we've had in team history, so we're really excited about it. We have tons of players returning from last season. Robbie Fosdick is our team captain this year. He's been with us the last 2 seasons. We also have Mick Messner, who played a couple games for us last year. He was a majority of the season with the AAA youth Madison Capitals out of Middleton. He's only 17 years old, but he's kind of a stud. He's going to be an incredible hockey player this year, and we're really excited to see how he plays. Tons of players. We have a couple rookies with us. Camille Salocha, he has 4 points right now through those 4 games, a goal and 3 assists, as well as Mick Messner. And then returning players also include, Cole Holtz, I'm drawing a blank. Daniel Lebedev is our goaltender, and he's doing really well. He played 6 games with us last season, and he's our starter goaltender this year. And we're really excited to get him home and for everybody to see him.
Sounds like a great lineup for a great season. I look forward to it greatly. And you have a new coach this season, adding to the excitement. Talk to us about Coach Garrett Suter. What is he looking like?
Absolutely. Garrett Suter is the youngest son of Bob Suter, who's kind of famous in the area. He was on the 1980 U.S. Olympic team that won the gold medal in the Olympics. And so Garrett's the youngest son. He has experience playing in the United States Hockey League and played minor pro was the highest level he went. His older brother, Ryan Suter, is one of our owners. He plays for the Minnesota Wild. So we're keeping it all in the family. Garrett's our new head coach. He's 29 years old, so he's the youngest coach in the United States Hockey League this year. But he's coached the AAA Caps U18 team the last 3 seasons, and they've won a championship. They finished first in the league with the most points 2 years ago. So they're really strong. Garrett really identifies with the players. He kind of knows their level and he knows how to talk to them, and he really treats them as their kids. You know, we're kind of a pro level. We're junior hockey, so our players are 16 to 20 years old, but they have a pro schedule. We play 60 games overall, 30 at home and 30 on the road. And at the end of the day, Garrett knows that they're still kids and they're still learning, and so he treats them like kids, but expects nothing but the best from them.
Wow, we look forward to it. And that's an impressive schedule, like you said, for a group of younger players. And let's talk a little bit about the league as a whole. So for people who don't know a whole lot about the Madison Capitals, now you're the director of operations.
Yep.
How would you describe the organization?
So the organization, we're one of 17 teams in the United States Hockey League, and all of our players, like I said, are between 16 and 20 years old. So this is very much a bridge between high school and college. They want to earn scholarships to go to college, and so they're really just improving their game here, and scouts come to all the games, and they're really looking to learn and grow their hockey play on the ice. As far as the organization, we are promoting family entertainment. So we're really about affordability for families to come out and have a really great experience. Anybody from moms and dads can come out, and kids are gonna love the game because it's exciting ice hockey action that they get to watch, but then they also get to hang out with DC Eagle, our lovable Eagle mascot. And there's plenty of things around the arena that they can do to have fun and have a good time. And it's affordable. Group tickets start out at just $11, so fans can have a great time with tons and tons of affordability for them to come out.
Yeah.
So it's really a great time, whether you're a mom that doesn't like hockey at all, or you're a dad who loves the sport, you're gonna have a great time. And then we try to hit the college students, since campus is right down the street from us. We have $6 beer nights during the season. So those are reserved for the college students and the young professionals, and then all of our other games are reserved for the families.
And Kimberly, we've got about 20 seconds, but if you can give us sort of the quick recap on how players are actually working towards scholarships for college, this is great.
Yeah, so the players come here and play for the top, we're the top team, or the top junior development team in the country. And so they come here and they're working on their game. It's a bridge between high school and college. And so we have scouts all across the country that are coming to look at them to improve their game and hopefully get them college scholarships. And we have at least 3 players right now that are committed to play at University of Wisconsin-Madison right down the street. So it's really exciting.
That is fantastic. Well, Kimberly, we greatly look forward to the hockey season. Kimberly Chacos with the Madison Capitals, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
When we return, we're taking a look ahead to youth baseball training. The sports news will be right back, so stay with us.
Brought to you by Conan Automotive, taking care of you by taking care of your family's car.
And welcome back into the sports news as we bring in right now all the guys from Team Heat, or at least some of them, that is. It's not all of them, as spring has sprung and there's never a better time to talk about baseball than that, as we bring in Jeff Nelson from Team Heat, also Finn and Matt Pullman. And welcome on in, fellas. And let's talk a little bit about what Finn got to do, which I think is pretty cool. Finn, what event were you selected for last season?
I was selected for the Junior All-American Tournament.
Junior All-American Tournament, pretty cool. Matt, tell us a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, so it was a great tournament that Finn got to participate in, and it came from playing in other Team Heat tournaments. So that he was selected through that process, and then got selected, for the All-American national team. Excellent, and you guys get to go down to Florida now. Where in Florida was that tournament held?
It was held at the Baltimore Orioles spring training field.
Excellent, yeah, down in Sarasota, and that had to feel really good, I bet, to play on a Major League Baseball field. So, Finn, you also earned another selection after competing in the All-American tournament, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I also got awarded to play in the all-tournament team for that.
Excellent, and that all-tournament team, only about 60 players, so to be picked in the all-tournament team, a real big honor. Now, Finn, you also have a brother that plays for Team Heat, is that right?
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Gunner.
All right, so Finn and Gunner, you guys got to participate in another big event last season. What was that?
That was Kentucky Nationals baseball.
Okay, and so Matt, what's Kentucky Nationals? What's that all about?
Yeah, so that was again a lot of fun, and I had the privilege to have both boys play in that tournament. So we had teams again from the whole around the whole Midwest. We played against and competed against with Team Heat. Had a great time. The weather was warm. Great facility to play at, and that's one of the things I think you get to benefit from playing with a traveling team with Team Heat, is you get to play at a lot of different ballparks and experience that.
Absolutely. And Matt, what would you tell like a parent who's got a kid that might be interested in playing for a traveling team, and specifically for playing for Team Heat? Yeah, so some of the great things you learned by playing with Team Heat is, like I just mentioned, you get to play a lot of different facilities, a lot of great fields. Baseball's, what we've learned through Team Heat, it's a lot more than just catching the ball and hitting the ball. There's a lot of little things that you learn, as simple as, leading off to hitting the ball correctly, throwing the ball correctly. So a lot of fundamentals that really drive the baseball process. And Coach Nelson gets to teach all of that. And Coach, just because I want you to say something this week, talk about about some tournaments that you got coming up this summer.
We start in April. The tournaments will start. First one's in Illinois. Then we go from there. We play all summer long then.
Very cool, and go all around the Midwest. So fellas, thanks for joining us. We'll keep an eye on you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics.
We've heard from many athletes, and now we're talking athletic training. Joining us is Reggie Davis with Reg D Athletics. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Jessa. How are you?
I am wonderful, and I'm excited to talk to you. An active man on a mission. You've created Reg D Athletics. Let's start. Just share with us your mission and what this is.
Well, what Reg D Athletics is a new startup company that I'm starting to help train athletes in. I'm always a guy that likes to be innovative. I like to create new things. So what I've done is taken this new idea of mine by training athletes and put it into 2 different programs called Elite Agility and Innovative Momentum.
And talk to us a little bit about, now I imagine that with this program there is some equipment, there's drills that are involved. Let's talk a little bit about that in terms of Elite Agility.
Yeah, so with Elite Agility, what we do is we use 3 different types of equipment. What we do is we use a 10 square agility ladder, the EMAT, which is a new invention of mine for plyo exercises, and then also the disc cones that are, you can standard disc cones that you can buy in any athletic store. And what we do is I try to find all new and creative ways to take each one of those old types of equipment and create new drills, especially with the EMAT. I wanted to create something new that was my own, so that's why I went forward with something totally different off the scale,
And having something different, I think that is really what helps people stay motivated and get out of the same old routine. So kind of talk to us about that difference. How different are the elite agility drills compared to some of your standard, maybe quickness and explosive drills that we've seen before?
Well, they're way different, especially when it comes to the agility ladder. I've created up to 20 different new innovative ways to use the agility ladder. I even studied old agility drills to find ways to create new ones. So you've never seen them before, so I can tell you that right now. With the EMAT, what I want to do is create this mat that you can do different kinds of drills, especially ones that are new. And then the cone drills, I just try to think of new ways. I try to put the science into it, and I love using the theory of momentum because you can't move forward unless you make sure you create the right steps.
Well, that's incredible, and I want to talk a little bit about the programs of Reggie Athletics. Is there anyone out there currently using this program?
Yeah, right now there's one group, and it's a team actually. It's the Madison East High School basketball team. Right now they're going through elite agility. I'm making sure to put them into the position where they can increase their quickness, their explosive capabilities, and give them a way, to excel out there on the basketball court. I mean, did I go to East High School? Absolutely, and I'm going to make sure that the first team I do train with Reggie Athletics is going to be the high school team that I went to. But I'm looking to add more people to and more teams to my my company.
And real quick, we got to go, but what's the future for Reggie Athletics?
The future is to expand it to colleges, to the professional level, and also come out with videos that people can actually do at home too. I mean, Reggie Athletics is not only just for athletes, but inspiring athletes, and also it's a great workout. So. Can it be for everybody? Absolutely, but right now we're getting it towards athletes, but when those videos come out, anybody can take a look at it and see what they can do.
We look forward to it. Reggie Davis with Reggie Athletics. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us for more sports news. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports News. I want to say a special thanks to our many guests for their sports news reports. I also want to say a special thank you to our sponsors, the Red Zone Sports Bar in downtown Madison and Conant Automotive in Stoughton, for supporting youth athletics and this broadcast. Thank you for watching. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to join us next time for the Sports News.